Hey guys, Joshua here from PC.com.
And this is Amir from PC.com, and this is Tech Talk at 5.
So Tech Talk at 5 is essentially our latest video podcast where we bring you 5 of the hottest topics from the past week every Friday at 5 p.m. Topics range from the latest news to the hottest gossip to gadget reviews. You name it, we got it. Not just that, we also have some pretty interesting segments for you, so stick around to find out.
Our first bit of news we have today are 2 new phone launches, and that being the HUAWEI P30 and the Xiaomi Mi 9. But about the P30, I'll let Joshua handle that part.
So basically, we don't actually have a review unit for the P30 yet, or the P30 Pro, but I got to check out the camera at the media launch, and let me tell you guys, it's amazing, like crazy camera, 50 times super zoom. The things you can zoom on that thing, endless, like the possibilities are endless, like voyeurs out there, this is for you. So great camera, the P30 has a good camera as well, 30 times digital zoom. All in all, the phone looks great. Everything looks great. Can't say the same about the company though. So,
however, we do have the Xiaomi Mi 9 in hand, and let me tell you, based on our first impressions, it's looking pretty good. Comes with a full view display, comes with Xiaomi's first ever triple rear view camera, and it comes with 6 GB of RAM plus 64 GB for storage. And it only comes in at 1,699 ringgit.
1,699.
Yeah.
And that's a flagship, is it?
Yeah, and this is Xiaomi's flagship. And just for a fun fact, the Xiaomi Mi 9 actually, it scores better than the iPhone XS Max on the DxO marks.
Wait, that's camera benchmark.
Yeah, that's how good the camera is.
So you're telling me the camera is better than the iPhone XS Max?
Yeah, and the iPhone XS costs like what? 4,000 more? I mean, just get a Xiaomi, man. Why waste all your money?
Yeah, Apple fanboys.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so our next piece of news that we have for the show is actually about the Avengers. Okay, so I know it's not out until the 24th, but pre-sale, man, like movie websites, ticketing websites in the United States crashed, all right? Like legit, just crashed. Fandango, the other one, what's the other famous one? Atom. They could not handle just how excited the fans would be for pre-sale tickets. The movie's coming out like on the 24th.
Yep.
And people in the States just couldn't get tickets.
Yeah.
Imagine how many disappointed Marvel fanboys out there.
Yeah. And I mean, Marvel, it's pretty polarizing because not everyone hates or loves Marvel.
Yeah.
But I'm on the fence about it. Like I've watched every movie, but it's like I don't really care.
Nah, like ever since they took over by Disney, like their movies have been consistently pretty average. So
I mean, it's more for kids now.
Yeah, for sure, exactly. And like it's 3 hours long, so good luck with the whole toilet situation for that movie. We'll all probably, don't get me wrong, we'll probably watch it.
We'll still watch it.
But not super excited. Not as excited as the people who crashed the website on.
But you got to think about it this way. I'm pretty sure almost all of the pre-sales in Malaysia are pretty sold out.
Malaysia itself as well, by the way, like completely gone. Front row, back row.
Don't hope, if you haven't got a ticket yet, don't hope on getting it anytime soon on the first week. So you probably have to stay out of tune on the internet because all of them spoilers,
man.
Spoilers will be coming up. Who's dying, who's living, all that stuff.
Good luck with that.
For our next bit of news, Game of Thrones. Cue intro music. Anyway, season 8 starts on April 14th.
I am so excited. No, seriously, so excited. I'm telling you guys, Jon Snow is the prince that was promised.
Okay, let's not get into the conspiracy theories yet.
Tyrion Lannister is a Targaryen, I'm telling you.
Okay, Joshua. Anyway, the show will be premiering at 9 a.m. in Malaysia, same time as the US. It'll be premiering on the 15th of April at 9 a.m. with an encore showing at 10 p.m. for the people who miss it. So don't get too stressed if you don't get to see it at 9. Just like the Avengers thing, keep away from spoilers.
Yeah, and honestly, if you guys want to watch it uncut, uncensored, Astro Go, man. Uncensored, just the way it should have been watched.
It'll be on Astro channel 411 and 431 for the HD, and it'll be on HBO on demand on Astro Go.
No, but seriously though, Game of Thrones, 2 years, man. 2 years I waited. Like,
we're waiting to see.
And I think the episode, like how long each episode would be, came out, and so there's only what, six?
There's only six episodes, guys.
Is it, right?
Keep that in mind.
And like, I thought it would be like 1.5 hours at least per episode.
Yeah.
So at least that sort of like counterbalance the lack of
yeah.
episodes. But dude, each episode's only about 59 minutes, 50 to 59 minutes. There's a few that's an hour and 20 minutes long, but come on, that's not enough.
That's not enough Game of Thrones.
It's
We're
not enough.
too used to having what, 9+ episodes,
So like,
but who do you think will be on the throne?
I don't know. I don't like what I'm really looking forward to.
I say Jon Snow.
But yeah, maybe Jon Snow. Daenerys, maybe, who knows? Okay, so the next story we have for you today actually goes out to all you single people out there. Tinder, Snapchat, cross-platform integration. So essentially what that means is you can now post your Snapchat stories onto your Tinder profile, so people can actually see how much of a douchebag you are in video form.
Yeah, and Tinder and Snapchat, wow, definitely won't cause any problems with anybody.
In a way,
at all.
It will make it like a little bit more interactive.
No, it's a wrong kind of interaction. It's a wrong kind of interaction.
Tinder is
Don't do
becoming
that
more
thing.
than a dating app now. Yeah, it's like trying to be more like social media and like, oh, did you
What's
see
the
my
point?
Tinder story? Like, oh my god, come on.
Listen, Tinder is for one thing and one thing only: meeting friends. That's
Friends.
it. Friends.
Yeah, you've met lots of friends on Tinder.
No comment.
But I'm telling you, man, like 10 years from now, people will be talking about like their Tinder stories and like, oh my god, did you see his Tinder story? Stuff like that. So this cross-platform integration actually, like, it shows that, I don't know what it shows, to be honest.
It doesn't show anything. It's just Snapchat trying to come back from the dead after Instagram stories destroyed them.
Fair enough. But yeah, that's that for that story. So our next piece of news actually revolves around Netflix. So we've got two big stories from that angle. So one being that Netflix actually drops native support for Apple's AirPlay. So this basically means your Apple TV redundant. Okay, like you can't.
No more Netflix.
Yeah, no more Netflix. I mean, which is what people do.
Yeah.
Like Netflix is the biggest video streaming site,
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
so,
like, we don't even have a choice here. All we have is really Netflix. We don't have Hulu. We don't have Amazon Plus or whatever it's called.
yeah.
You know?
So like that being said, the timing of it though, very peculiar because Apple just recently announced that they were gonna start doing video streaming.
Yeah.
So
And I mean, they're gonna start doing their own original content and stuff. So maybe this is a precursor to a big fight with Netflix and Apple.
yeah,
you know?
just like Google's Chromecast had with Amazon's Fire Stick. So
Well, that wasn't much of a fight,
Yeah,
really.
very one-sided.
Chromecast.
So stay tuned for
Destroyed.
that actually, and we'll have more news on that as it develops. The next piece of news regarding Netflix, more local. Netflix, Spotify,
And Steam.
and basically
All
digital,
digital service providers.
yeah, taxed. Okay, so like the government's implementing a 6% tax for all digital service providers. So what that essentially means is that you guys might just have to pay a little bit more for Netflix.
I mean, that's
I mean,
bad
it's not
news.
confirmed, like
It's well, one thing to keep in mind is that the new tax will be coming in on
Yeah,
January 1st,
2020.
2020. So we don't really have to worry about it yet, but it doesn't smell good right now.
Yeah.
Because if all of your digital service are being increased, like if they increase how much you have to pay, dude, that's gonna be a lot. Because I got Spotify, I got Netflix, I got all of
yeah.
this.
And
So-
like Netflix is already increasing prices of subscriptions for the US users. So without a doubt, I have no doubt that the prices here
It's
will
only a
increase as
matter
well.
of time.
And we all know that the Netflix in Malaysia is pretty,
Yeah.
like they don't even have the office. Okay,
They have nothing really. It's just
like I can't
the worst of the worst.
comprehend that. So
Yeah.
could look like bad news for you guys, but the real winners here, iFlix. All right, so iFlix actually have been paying tax, like SST, this whole time, and now Netflix has to pay tax as well. So it levels out the playing field in that sense.
Yeah.
Also gives the government more money if you think about it, which is good for the economy. right?
Yeah,
So-
I guess.
Smart move. Singapore is actually implementing the same taxes on the same day, January 1st, 2020. So as always, following our little neighbors down south. Okay, so we've come to the end of the show, but as I've said earlier, this is more than just a news podcast, all right? We've got some pretty interesting segments for you guys. Every week will be a little bit different, we'll see. So this week we have what we call this week's Absolute Muppet, okay? So what that entails is basically we scour the depths of the internet for CEOs, companies, or even just people who have f***ed up, all right? Like
basically anyone who's done something bad during the week and something embarrassing, or just get your things together.
It could be like Jeff Bezos kicking a cat, or Mark Zuckerberg paying for prostitutes or something,
Anything.
So that being said, this week's Absolute Muppet.
Drum roll, please. This week's Muppet is Facebook, because Facebook has been rife with scandal lately. Just recently, they were found to have over 600,000 users' passwords just saved on a doc, like a Word file. What's up with that, Facebook?
Not encrypted.
Not encrypted. It was just in plain text. And last week, what happened last week, Josh?
So basically, just recently, it turns out that security lapses exposed 540 million user details. That's 540 million, yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of people. And this data included passwords, comments, likes, interests, just basically anything you posted on Facebook.
This is the world's biggest social media, social networking site with over 1 billion users, yeah, and they can't even get the basics right. And this isn't the first time, okay?
How many times have you heard about Facebook doing just something wrong?
It ain't safe, man. It just ain't safe.
No. That's why I don't go on Facebook no more.
Yeah, tell your kids.
Sometimes.
Hide your wife, hide your women, hide your, But
because he gonna come for you.
He will, the man. But I mean, it just goes to show that nothing has changed, okay? Yeah. They vowed to crack down on, hackers, security, data access.
Yeah.
And
Nothing's changed.
It's still these kind of news just keeps popping up.
I mean, what's up, Facebook? I think it's about time you got your shit together.
Especially after Cambridge Analytica.
Yeah.
Terrible. Or as they say here in Asia, Cambridge Analytica.
Whatever. Yeah. And that's why Facebook is this week's Absolute Muppet.
That's all the time we have for this week's episode. We really hope you enjoyed it.
Check out us on all our social medias. Check out our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Subscribe to us on YouTube.
The website, liveatpcdotcom.
That too.
The links, somewhere.
I'll be somewhere. Yeah. And thanks for tuning in, guys. Stay tuned next week on Friday at 5 p.m. We'll be coming back with another Tech Talk at 5.